All right, I got this question about how does someone become certified to teach CPR classes. Now, I am in Indiana, but I mean, it should be the same. I teach for American Heart. I am also certified to teach for Red Cross, but here's the caveat with that. Number one, if you're going to be a CPR instructor, I recommend that you get certified with American Heart. Number one reason for that is that a lot of places do not accept Red Cross certifications. So you're not going to be very marketable for that. Like hospitals, any like medical field, they really don't accept Red Cross. Number two is that if you do want to do Red Cross for some reason, like I'm cross trained and I've never taught a Red Cross class because I haven't had a need to. But if you want to be cross trained, generally you can do a free bridge class to have like both certifications. So I recommend to do American Heart. Now, how does it work? So you have to have a BLS or a medical CPR certification to become an instructor because the base level instructor is going to teach both medical and non-medical CPR. Now, you can learn how to do PALS or ACLS, all those other types. Those are more advanced, but at the base level, you have to be able to teach medical and non-medical BLS or Heart Saver CPR. So if you don't have a BLS certification currently, you can just take the class and get one. Anybody can become medical CPR. Anybody can get that as long as you pass the test and do it. And then you can take an instructor class. So you have to be able to find an instructor class. That just depends on the places that are offering it. There are different prices. The class I teach is $450, and there's a prerequisite class that's $40. So it's about $500 just to take the class, and that comes with the training, which can be 6 to 8 hours. You get your instructor manual, you have to take a test, and that's what comes in that. Now, it's expensive to be a CPR instructor. I've been a CPR instructor for going on 5 years, and it's really the first 2 years, like I really didn't make a lot of money because one, I would say I don't make a lot of money teaching CPR classes because that's not my primary focus. But two, you have to build all of your supplies. So unless you're working at a facility that has the mannequins and everything, you have to buy mannequins, you have to buy masks, shields, first aid equipment, all that kind of stuff. And American Heart generally doesn't update every 5 years. So we're in 2025. This is probably going to be an update year. So you have to buy new books, new videos, all of that stuff. And so it's kind of hard to get ahead in the beginning. So how do you make money? Generally, whoever you work for under American Heart, they're called your training center and training sites. They will have different ways to do it. The way I do it is that my instructor just purchased their cards from me and everything else is there. So like they have their own equipment, they make their own schedule, they set up their own classes. The only thing they have to buy from me is their cards, which are discounted, and then they set the class price. So it's, you're gonna decide how much you need to set your price at. Obviously, you have to be marketable for your area, but you decide how much you want to teach a class for. And you might do discounts. Like for me, I discount students, and I also do group discounts if I'm going to have like a large number, because obviously you're getting your bang for your buck. Also, like I don't do one-on-one classes. I don't find that it's profitable or worth my time. Like I just don't enjoy to do one-on-one classes, so I don't do those. I will do blended ones and do skills check off, but I don't like to do one-on-one classes, and that's my personal preference. So there's lots of area and lots of like different ways to do it. But I just highly suggest you search like finding an instructor course in your area and see how they do it so that you can kind of like get your finances together and kind of get your plan together as well. But generally, after you take your class, you have about 6 months to teach and be like checked off because whoever trains you has to come and monitor that, and then you'll be good to teach classes. And just like a regular CPR card, your certification is good for 2 years. So